Because it seems it's going to be a marathon, not a sprint, not a short run.
Yes.
So we're actually just starting, and we expect lots of refugees in the next couple of weeks. That's the most probable scenario. So what we do here is we've got local people cooking homemade meals for the refugees who come here to Krakow, and these are for people to pick up. Mostly the hosts, because sometimes you've got like a host who takes a family of 5, and they sort of share the house with the refugee family, and it's sort of a lot of things to organize. You need to organize, like new beds and mattresses and all the bed things and towels, so they don't have to think about cooking. They can like pick a soup here. They are all pasteurized, so you can keep them for a month. These are all vegan soups to make sure that they stay long. So you just take them home, you kind of unlock the jar, you heat them up, and you've got a lovely ready-made meal. And these are all homemade by people in their own kitchens, in their own homes. And if you don't want vegan food, you can put some meat in it, like at home. But this is what they are. So on the first day, we only started like 3 days ago. And we've got like a lot already, because it's also, the news is spread through local social media. People kind of, as you can see, people keep coming all the time with 10 jars, 5 jars, however much they can cook in their kitchen. And the first part, when we started on Saturday, the first part went to the border. So people who are going to the border to pick people, they took like little stoves, like kind of portable stoves, to heat up the soup on the spot, because it was super cold, like waiting in the very long queues, babies, children. So it was all for them to eat there. We have like kind of disposable dishes. We try to make sure they are organic and eco, so we don't use plastic. That's another thing. We try to make sure that it's all like kind of fully recyclable. So that's why we use glass jars. And people can also leave glass jars with us. So if people want to cook, they also come here to pick the jars, which works perfectly well, because it's all kind of like fully recyclable and kind of like we have some Ukrainian people coming directly here to pick things, but mostly they arrived here in Krakow. We don't really know how many families arrived because it's really hard to tell. Thousands here in Krakow. We don't know how many. Because like the first 2 or 3 days, people were going, like Krakow people were going directly to the border in their own cars, and they'll bring like 2, 3, 4 people. And we don't know. There is no evidence. There's no central evidence. We don't know how many people arrived here. So we've got some Ukrainians coming here to pick the soup, but it's mostly the hosts, who just say, I've got like 5 people, they're super tired, they're sleeping now, they're kind of like, they're resting after this long journey. I just need or they're arriving tonight, okay, and I'm preparing my house for them. Just give me 5 jars so that I can give them like a nice homemade meal when they arrive. So it's mostly the hosts. Or people who know the host and kind of like take the soups in. So it's like a whole network. We've got like we're trying to get it organized. And it's massive. It's been a few days, it's already like thousands of people engaged. So we're trying to also connect the drivers who can, like collect things and say, oh, I'm from this district, is there anybody who needs the soup? And they say, yeah, me. So they kind of come here, pick up like, 20 jars, and they kind of go and distribute them. So that's how we're trying to sort of organize that. Which is all grassroots, and, like we're trying to make it work. It's getting crazy because it's getting bigger and bigger, but that's how we're trying to work.
Okay.
Yes, I think the best place to contact would be some organizations like Salam Lab. If you look for Salam Lab on Facebook or on the internet, this is a local organization, and they also collect money. You might also try Otwarty Kraków. I think you'll be able to sort of put some links. If you go to Otwarty Kraków, like all the places to donate will be visible there. We don't really kind of donate money here, right? So this is a different kind of thing. Like here in this place, people just donate soups. But there are plenty of organizations that collect money. Just make sure and always verify and make sure these are kind of like proper organizations. It's not something like a fake thing. Mostly local government. If you go to Krakow local government website, you will find the information. So there are quite a few places where you can donate money, for instance. It's mostly Polish people, but we also have, because we also know, like, expats here. We have we have plenty of expats. Like yesterday, we had an Italian guy, we have some Ukrainian people, we have Americans, but mostly Polish people with, a few expats, because like we know them basically. So it's mostly like friends of friends of friends.
Okay. Okay, so that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.